Fuck it. We're gonna do a live kitsunada reaction. Want to make sure it's okay, so we can hear it. I doubt they're gonna. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna show too much here. I don't know if it's just gonna show the world or if it's actually gonna show any gameplay. Some gameplay. Right. God, it looks like fucking Genshin Impact. Shit. I just have an inherent hatred of Genshin Impact style because I think it looks fucking cheap and kind of dog shit, but whatever. So, stuff like this like cutting thing, I'm always interested when I see this because it is very easy to quote unquote like fake good mechanics in VR. Because there's a lot of things where like I've seen people try and put a trailer, do a trailer for that game, and then it kind of ends up like you play it and it turns out that actually the combat's really clunky and they were just moving in a specific way that made it look good. So stuff like cutting the head off a fish, I don't know if it's a preset like you always cut the head off or if it actually has you cut wherever you want.
My name is Noah, and I am the lead developer for Asteria: Fate of the Fallen. Asteria is an anime-style, virtual reality MMORPG, with combat, crafting, smithing.
I mean, okay, I think pretty, like, just off of the Sword alone, Sword Art Online is clearly an inspiration.
Cooking, social experience.
Yeah, they've got the professions, they're gonna have combat, I assume. I don't know if you get to see any of the trailer.
And a lot more, all within a large, visually impressive...
What'd you say? So this thing here
experiences and a lot more.
It seems to be a lot of people waving in one area. It seems like it has minimal lag, which is good because servers are a big deal when it comes to this sort of thing.
All within
even
a
more
large,
so in VR.
Visually impressive, narratively driven space. I knew that I wanted to fill the gap left by past attempts at PC VR MMORPGs and to actually make the game that I felt like I had been missing for over a decade. A medieval fantasy VR MMORPG that fulfilled the desires left by games and anime of the genre. With Asteria, we are building that game with new vetted technologies that allow for fast development, low operating costs, and large player counts inside of a living, persistent world. This world is not just a faraway dream, however. We have already made massive headway on a lot of...
I've heard that before. I've heard specifically this phrasing.
Persistent world.
Like, specifically where the fuck is it? There we go. Like, specifically the fast development, low operating costs, and large player counts. I'm pretty sure that is exactly how they originally advertised Ashes of Creation, which is a game, which was another MMO that was in beta, it was kickstarted. It's fucking dead now, basically, because they just weren't really making any progress with it. Or some other reason. I don't even remember why it died. I dropped off of, like, tracking it a while ago. It's not doing very well right now.
Faraway dream, however. We have already made massive headway on a lot of core systems using this technology that would take other studios months or years, and members of our community have already started exploring the world of Asteria through those systems in early playtests. Now, making an MMO, especially a VR MMO, is a pretty difficult task. That being said, we have already solved the hardest problems, with networking systems and servers that cost...
Server for a weekend with well over 100 players and it costs less than $1. That isn't bad. I will genuinely give them, that is pretty good. 2 days, if we assume that it just scales like that, then for every 100 players, for every 2 days, so 100 players every 2 days will cost them $1. 1,000 players, $10. 10,000 players, $100 for 2 days. They want to run it for like a week. It's about... How much is it? I'm a fucking idiot. I can't do maths. What's 7 divided by 2 is 3? So it's about 3,500, I think. Don't question my math there. It's basically whatever you need, if you need to get the number for a full week, just it's going to be $3.50 per week for 100 players, and then you just multiply it upwards.
Very little to run. That means that, even though this game is coming out no matter what, anything we raise through Kickstarter will be used to bring on team members, speed up development, and add new features. Whether you were excited about owning a home or shop, running a guild, or partying up with friends and exploring the world together, I hope that you are just as excited about Asteria as I am, and I hope to see you there.
Right. There are a couple things about that trailer that are important.
What
First
is
off,
stuff-
no. Sorry, worst primo ever. I like your videos, but that's not what we're talking about right now. There are a couple things there. First off, they did show a lot of players in a world. Like here, I think it said there are about 42 players. It seems to be running smoothly, and assuming they're not lying about the like, I'm going to take everything they said as truth. Well, everything with solid numbers is truth. Because, like, if they actually can run 100-player servers for $1 for a weekend, that is pretty good. That's actually, like, pretty cheap, and because it's virtual reality, there is pretty small player count. So they're not going to need the, like, insane servers that some of the bigger MMOs would need. There's a couple of questions, though. How does this scale? Like, is it going to be a thing of each server has a maximum of 100 players, or can you have, like, is it going to be a thing of there's going to be, like, 1,000 players on one server? Then how does that work? We'll see. I'm immediately kind of doubtful of this part. Because I think they said they've done, like, the kind of work that that it would take other studios, like, months or even years. I would like to see the evidence for that. I feel like they kind of just say stuff like that and don't really back it up. Now, they also showed us very little actual gameplay, which is a big thing. I don't know. I'm one of those people who thinks that gameplay in games is kind of important. And obviously, it's very early in development, which is probably at least partially why I'm going to mute while I play this. Like, they're showing us certain things, like, I can kind of guess what half of this is because I played similar games. Like, this is them, like, charging up an ability, I assume, and it's going to do, like, a special attack. This is just a gathering system, which I will say, gathering and crafting in virtual reality games is just a lot more interesting. Like, it's so easy to make it a lot more interesting as well. Because in anything, if you're, like, trying to mine a rock, if you're trying to go mining in VR, just the action of actually swinging the pickaxe makes it more engaging than when you're on a computer, and the way you mine a rock is you click on the rock and then your character does it for you. Smithing as well, I do notice that I feel like they definitely, the Sword Art Online inspiration, very, very obvious there, and that's fine. I think a lot of people at least like the idea of Sword Art Online, without realizing that actually the entire fucking anime is kind of not really working as a game because it doesn't actually have, irrelevant. Like, a lot of it looks okay, but we don't actually get to see any real gameplay. So, and obviously, there was no combat shown throughout the whole trailer. It doesn't look awful. I will genuinely give it that. The graphics overall look pretty decent. And the server size, like the current servers, assuming they haven't lied, is pretty good. But I would be reluctant to be too excited yet. I'm curious if there's anything they have. Like, yeah, okay, they got it on Kickstarter. They've got their own Discord. Blah. Okay, well, it's mostly already pledged, so fair enough. Medieval Fantasy, built for PC VR and any PC VR hardware. And questions. Oh, that actually. Right. That's an interesting one. Because the reason why it being on PC VR matters is because Quest kind of fucking sucks. Like, the Quest systems, and specifically the Quest 2, which is the, like, one most people have, to my knowledge, it kind of sucks. Like, it doesn't really have, that was my Discord noise, it doesn't really have processing power. So, if they are actually just running on PC VR, that does genuinely, it makes it very more understandable why the graphical quality is pretty decent, and that is decent for VR. Takes a bunch of what PC has to offer with large player counts and physical interactions. that one's going to be interesting because you said your servers had 100. I don't know what you mean by large player counts. Isolated skill gameplay looks like smithing, crafting, and cooking. I think that's actually good because I think it's something that VR can kind of do really well. Doubles the social experience. I've talked about this before where I kind of said that the next like really big VR MMO will probably its main appeal will probably be that it's got the same social aspect as like VR chat, except it has actual gameplay. Leans heavily into VR as a medium. Yeah, this is a big one. If they can do it right, then that would be very good. Not only are these things comfortably possible using our current tech stack, we have proven viability through large-scale player testing. Do we have any evidence of this? I don't know if we do. Wait, actually, hold on. They do have a whole channel. Player density and server testing use success. There's Q&A number 5 that is 3 hours long, so I'm going to be real. I'm not watching that right now.
All right, do me a favor. Can you guys go ahead and wave your hands?
Outside of the castle walls.
All right, can you guys jump up and down?
I mean, yeah. Servers look solid, I can't lie.
Okay, besides the Celestial is going crazy.
There is actually some evidence then. That's pretty good. Modular avatar pipeline and social space foundations. That means fucking nothing. Early combat and life skill gameplay loops. That's the big one. Combat is the really big one here. Because if you don't have good combat, you're cooked. It doesn't, that's it. It doesn't actually matter how good the rest of your systems are. Multiplayer system for hundreds of players in a single... Okay, so they're saying you can have more than 100 players. VR first physical interaction, that's also good, because one of the things VR or Zenith VR tried to do was they tried to have both for some reason. They tried to have it be available on PC as well, which... bad idea. Game only for VR, take a bunch of everything VR has to offer. Full body tracking, while it will never be required. Good. You'll be able to interact directly with objects. We'll overhead support Vive, Slime VR, and other Steam VR compatible trackers. That's cool. Oh, so walking up stairs and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Combat in VR modes have been severely lacking. I mean, they're not wrong. They are not wrong about this. That is very fucking true. Okay. Been a mix of network performance and physical syncing problems. Traditional MMOs and keep things simple. I don't know. I don't really know if that's the case. It's more just they kind of fucking sucked at combat. The two that I played were Orbis VR, which was more of a tech demo, and Zenith VR, which I genuinely think they could have made the combat way better, but they just started focusing on other shit for some reason. I don't really know why. Rune drawn casting system for magic. Yeah, makes sense. That's the kind of thing that I think most people... it's one of those things where you can only really do it in VR, and I think it's the kind of thing that a lot of people would be okay with. I think No, actually, I just think that's actually one of the best ways to do it in VR. Because I was thinking about doing a little bit of fucking around in VR. That was the same exact system I came up with. It's the best one that I can think of, at least. Life skills, yeah, I do agree that it's somewhat been an afterthought, and they do absolutely like that. VR kind of covers this. I can't be real with you. I can't lie. VR kind of just covers this on your own, or on its own. Because just actually having to do the actions, that makes it so much more engaging. Post-combat, to preserve and protect the multiplayer city, make weapons for fighters bring weapon materials. Right. This sort of thing is cool in concept. The concept of oh yeah, you've got the crafters who are working back at home, and then the fighters go and bring back the materials, yada yada. The problem is, how many people will actually just want to do dedicated crafting? It's going to be a very low number, so they will have to make sure that they at least... Assuming it's a thing of it says preserve the city. So I'm wondering if maybe you have to repair the city if maybe the city can get raided by monsters and you can repair it if it gets damaged. They're gonna have to make sure to balance that properly. Because the truth is, the majority of people will do mostly combat and then occasionally maybe do some of the like life skill systems. Spacetime DB. Spacetime DB is all in one back in. Hold on, let me actually look this up. I'm curious about this now. Spacetime DB. At the very least, it's real. Okay, probably not going to get dog space scrolling through this. It is linked to GitHub, and if I click on it too much, I might get fucked over, but it's fine. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. LLMs go much further. Okay, it's originally for LLMs. Makes sense. I'm guessing they're not using it for that one. Zero bottlenecks. How long is this? 12 pounds. Cannot be fucking bothered. Oh, sorry, 12 minutes. Well, okay. If somebody's an expert on this, let me know if this is legitimate. Okay, it's got actually decent investors. If this is legitimate, let me know. If it's a lie, also let me know. Because I personally cannot be bothered to go and check the validity of Spacetime DB. Alright. Just to see if this MMO. Oh. Apparently Kickstarter needs some fucking thing. I'm just gonna put it. Okay, I'm gonna put my cursor here and we're gonna read from the bottom. Okay, using Bitcraft Online. I think I played that one. 2 dozen less with nothing sort of insane. Our own hardware will be able to run high. Limited only by attendance, live VR only players, but all present in a small space. It looked pretty clean, I can't lie. So, graphics and style, and we're trying to avoid the flashing lights. We're able to handle out graphical fidelity. Our main menu scene rendering 3 millions at a. Okay, well, I can't see that, but I'll take their word for it, I guess. It's kind of hard for them to lie on this, because if they're about to show an image. Actually, unironically, character customization looks a lot better than other VR games. Like, they're usually pretty limited. This at least seems pretty solid. Then narrative, funding, talent, blah, blah, blah. Honorable mentions. Photo of the Shield Hero anime. Nice. Lone Echo VR. Did I play that one? I played Echo VR. I don't know if that's the same as. I'm guessing Lone Echo VR is different. Yeah, Lone Echo VR is different, but. And modeling for it actually looks pretty good. Stop. Fucking. I don't know why Firefox does this. MMOs are complete dog shit to create, to be honest. Like, realistically, if you're trying to make a new game, MMOs are such a awful investment. Environment. That's incredibly little financial burden. No physical rewards by design, and we're not using generative AI to make our game. Good thing to put at the end. Good little thing to note. I will be interested in, like, if they ever do any playtests on this, I would absolutely play it. Because I'm being very critical here, because I have specifically played other VR MMOs that were Kickstarter funded and completely just went down the drain. However, I do really want this to be good. Because I really like MMO. For one, I just want a good fucking MMO, man. The genre is so shit. The genre is so fucking shit. I cannot express how bad the MMO genre is. It is just World of Warcraft clones or like Korean Grindfest. Those are your only two options, and I don't want to play either of them. It's bad. I would love a good MMO right now. And also I like VR games. So like I really do hope that it's good. But I'm maintaining a healthy amount of skepticism. Straight up though, if it is good, I would be really fucking happy because goddamn this shit. Like, all of the things they have shown actually look pretty good. Why the fuck are you... Sorry, I just noticed. Why are you catching a fish with a bow and arrow? Get a fishing rod. What the fuck? Get a fishing rod. Come on. Okay, I want to actually check. Did they list fishing? Yeah, they did. Okay, I'm assuming that they just haven't implemented fishing yet. Yeah, because farming, fishing, mining. Yeah. So we've seen smithing. We'll say hunting, cooking, and what else do we say? No, it's just, yeah. We'll say hunting and cooking and smithing. Multiplayer, cooking, smithing, and yeah, okay. Look, I genuinely wish them all the best. I would fucking love if this was good. But I will, until I see like some pretty solid evidence, I will maintain a healthy dose of skepticism. And I would recommend everybody else does the same. I mean, I'm pretty sure it went up by like 1,000 since I last checked. When did this video come out? Where the fuck is my YouTube video that was referencing this? God damn it. Well, that's that's annoying. Okay, well, we don't get to see the YouTube video. I don't know when the video came out, but either way, they're making a lot of fucking money, apparently. Jesus Christ. They're almost guaranteed to reach a goal then, yeah. Because I'm assuming they started today, because I think most Kickstarters are 30 days long, I think. I don't know much about Kickstarter. So I'm assuming they'll reach a goal. Hey, Debs, if you ever somehow see this, I don't know how you would, but if you, I'm just saying, like, could I playtest? Oh, either way,